fuck you mean fake dollars? Niggas? How is the money fake? It's real. You can do it. You can do this all day. So let's just do this. Yo, my headphones up. It's just hard eating these hundreds. I'm recording, but I'm eating first. All right. All right. All right. I told you I'm going vegan, dog. I told you I'm going vegan. I ain't eating no more meat. Because trees are made out of, dollars are made out of trees, which technically make trees plants. So I'm going vegan, G. Feel me? Those are 100% organic hundreds. All right. But no, right? What I wanted to talk about real quick, I'm not going to be on here long, but I want to ask y'all this question. Once again, you ever sit back and think about all the shit you don't know? You ever sit back and think about, damn, I really think I know something, but I really don't know shit? Right? You ever think about that? You ever think, like for example, I made a few posts on my page today just to see where people's minds was, right? And I found it extremely amazing that everybody had an answer for something, and people swear to God they know what space is. You ever thought about that? You ever thought, like, people on Earth swear to God they know all about space? Like, regular people just be like, yeah, I know that space is like this because they told me. You ever thought about that? You ever think about how many people think they know something? You ever think about that? You ever think about like how many people swear to God they know the truth because they read a few books or somebody told them some shit, right? You ever think about that? Right? You ever think about why clouds stay at a specific spot? You ever thought about that? You ever thought about why clouds don't go no higher or lower? Anybody ever thought about that? You ever been in an airplane and flew on top of the clouds and looked down at the clouds and asked yourself, why these clouds stuck right there? Why they don't go higher? What in the God's green earth is stopping the clouds from flying all the way to outer space? Y'all never think about this? You don't never think about, have you ever been on an airplane and looked down at the clouds and said, why the clouds stuck right there? They won't fly. It's like clouds be afraid to go higher. Like they be sitting there. Oh, they be doing the white people thing. So my thing is, if clouds are made out of gases and airs and fumes and all type of shenanigans, why in the fuck clouds don't fly all the way out of space? I've been thinking about that type of thing, of types. They've been doing cloudy things for a long time. Bro, I've been telling you why these cloud things don't go out of space. Is there clouds in space? You ever thought about that? Is there a cloud in space? Have you ever seen a cloud by the moon or by the sun or like a outer space cloud? You never seen it. You never seen those Goku Nimbus things flying around. You never seen a cloud in space. You ever think about why clouds got to be white? That's like slavery, huh? Every time I look up in the sky, I be like, damn, G. Then when you see the black clouds, it's just like evil. Damn, like, can we get some black clouds on a nice sunny day? You feel me, G? But no, right? Look, on some G shit. All right, so it's literally, right? Look, I want you to think about this. All right, here's a question that I want to ask y'all. And I'm going to ask y'all this because it clearly seems to be impossible. This is an impossible question that I'm going to ask y'all. Right? And I need to put these things right here so you can understand how this shit works. Right? So, sometimes the moon and the sun is out at the same time. Right? Sometimes. So I want you to think about this. Sometimes the moon and the sun is out at the same time. But sometimes I have to look at this shit and go, how is this possible? Right? So clearly the sun is farther away than the moon. Right? Right. So if this is the moon, if this is Earth, and this is the moon, and this is the sun back here, right? The sun would be behind the moon, right? Behind the moon. They say that the sun shines light on the moon, but if the sun is behind the moon, and we right here, how the fuck can we see the moon? It don't make sense. The moon should be black because the sun light is shining behind the moon. This is what I'm saying. Something not adding up, G. Something not adding up. Something not adding up. It ain't adding up, G. No, something ain't no, see, y'all not thinking about that. How could the sun shine on the front of the moon when the sun is behind the moon? That don't make sense, G. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Can somebody give me a legitimate answer how that works? I've been thinking about that. I seen a full moon and the sun out at the same time. That don't it's not possible. Look, this is what I'm telling you. I'm just trying to tell y'all this. Hey, my G, we really live in a snow globe. I'm just going to tell y'all what it is, G. We live in a snow globe. Nothing is real, dog. The sky ain't real. The clouds ain't real. The moon ain't real. The sun is like a big old heating lamp. Nothing. We live in a snow globe, G. Bruh, me and Reg was talking about this yesterday. How the fuck is Cali and Florida got good weather? You ever thought about that? How we just got good weather? You ever thought about just California and Florida just got good weather? Like, how? How everybody else shit fucked up, how our shit just good weather? Like, I've been thinking about that. No, something ain't right. Don't you see, we just talked about these niggas that think they know everything but don't know nothing. The first thing this nigga said is, the equator, G, because, the level of the equator times the equator. Man, shut your ass up, dog. You don't know nothing. Don't come in here and talk about no equator. Nigga, what the fuck is the equator? Look, have you even listened to that word, equator? Like, just listen to that word. It really don't even make sense. Equator. What the fuck is the equator? Man, whoever created language, they just was making up all type of words. Like, hey, say something stupid and make people think it means something. What's the name of that thing that go around the earth? A equator. And then people just put it in the textbooks. Put that in the textbooks. That means the circumference of the planet. Equator. Dog, really listen to the word. Equator. That sound like a Google it type of thing. Equator. Hey, you ever been to the equator? Man, who made these type of words of types? Man, these people just made up anything and y'all niggas believe it. Y'all believe anything y'all read in the book. That, man, what the fuck is the equator of a circumference type? Those are things that we should not be believing in. Equator. Just think about it. Equator, like the equator. That sound wrong. When you really just keep saying equator, it sound like equator. It sound like you stepped on the mouse and then somebody said, "Wait up, bro." And then the mouse already made the eek noise, so it was like, yep, equator. Y'all may hit you in a minute, G's. It sounded like you stepped on the mouse, and then somebody was like, "Wait up, G." And then they was like, "All right, well, we gonna call that equator." Equator. Maybe a waiter, maybe an actual waiter stepped on the mouse. Maybe like it was a waiter was serving, and she stepped on the mouse, and the mouse made the eek noise, so then they was calling her equator. Hey, that's an equator over there. Hey, equator. Maybe a waiter stepped on the mouse, and then they called her an equator. That's where it started at. I get it. Yep. That's how I started. Equator. Then before you know it, that's what they put in the history books. Call it the equator. Right. Yo, Day, you helped me expand my mind. Look, G, I'm trying to go back in the Matrix. Don't be promoting this conscious thing. I'm trying to get out of it. I hate when these people hit me in my DM. Yo, Daylyt, thank you for all the knowledge that you give me. No, nigga, I just sent your ass on the long road of depression. My bad, G, for ruining your life. My bad for ruining your life, G. You think, see, let me tell you something about this conscious shit. You think it's all cool when you first start learning. You be excited. When you first start learning all the conscious thing, you be excited. Oh, yeah, nigga, the Bible, that shit was bullshit. Hell yeah, nigga, I'm about to learn everything. You feel me, nigga? I'm going down the rabbit hole. You feel me? Hell, nigga, I watched The Matrix about 500 times. Nigga, I know all the shit, nigga. Then you start going down a little deeper. And then you start looking at things. And then you start feeling types. You start feeling ways and things. And then you start to see things different. Yep. And then that's when depression kick back in, G. It's over. Man, me and Reg, you know what's me and Reg's biggest problem? Food. This our favorite thing. All right, Reg, you know what time it is. What you trying to eat? We literally be debating for literally 10 hours. We be debating for at least 10 hours max. I don't know, G. It's over. It's when you learn all of the shits, it's over, G. Now, look. Now, when I realized why God didn't want to give us the knowledge, because see, first when I was reading the Bible, I'm like, man, God, you like a weirdo, man. Why you didn't let us learn all the tree of knowledge thing? And now I see why. I completely see why God didn't give us the tree of knowledge. I see. Good. It's better just being regular caveman type of things. When you start learning everything, oh, it's over. When you start learning all type of things, it's over. It all makes sense. Don't learn. What you on? What is it?